Alright, another episode of 380 Auto versus 38 Special and Pocket Guns. In this episode I want to talk about what to wear. What's the best kind of pants to wear, and what are some things you need to be aware of when you pocket carry. Now I've tried a lot of different jean styles, a lot of different, these are khaki pants, just a lot of different kind of pants, and there's a lot of little things that you got to kind of keep in mind when you pocket carry. A lot of things I've discovered, and it's, things that you wouldn't necessarily first think about when it comes to pocket carry, but they're very important things. Now, I have noticed, anytime I pocket carry, the best pants for pocket carrying are always going to be the pants that are considered to be, carpenter pants. Carpenter pants, they are a little bit looser, and they have a lot of different pockets that just ordinary jeans don't have. So therefore you have more concealability, and you have a good place to put all your things, and I've noticed that. So what I always get, and the brands vary, the brands can vary, but kind of like mil-spec stuff, I stick to the same thing when it comes to what pants I wear between the brands. So what I always pick is, I always pick carpenter pants because they have a little bit more room, which makes concealability a little bit better. I always pick the ones that have the side pocket here, and it has to be a pretty deep pocket. Cheap off-brand pants, it's not going to work. But your Wranglers, your Dickies brands, stuff like that, the pockets in the side are big enough, and I use that for my phone. And the other requirement is I always have to have about 7 loops. I won't get the pants that have 5 belt loops. I need 7 belt loops. And that goes along with the belt. You need a nice thick belt. You need a belt that's, however thick that is, 1.5 inches or whatever. And you need that to support through 7 loops. I've discovered that 5 loops don't work. It's just not enough. It doesn't hold the weight in your pockets appropriately. So you need carpenter pants with side pockets, because it's looser, you got more concealability, you have more side pockets to carry more things in it, and 7 loops on a good belt. I've discovered that really is the best method for pocket carry, and you got plenty of room for concealment. In between the brands I've tried, I find that Wrangler is the best as far as they have the deepest pockets and still a pretty decent sized opening, so you can actually get your whole hand in there to pull a gun out. As where the Dickies brand and other brands are a little bit tighter, so you have to kind of pinch your fingers in. It'll still work, but I find overall that the best shaped pocket is the Wrangler brand, whether it be khakis or denim or jean material. So what I always do is I always carry a gun in my pocket here, and I have my cell phone. I didn't bring it out here, but I slip my cell phone in the side pocket here. And then I always put, if I'm carrying the 380, I put my magazine in this pocket, or my speed loader in that pocket. I'll throw my wallet on top of it. That's not the most practical thing if you were going to get in a gunfight, but it is very practical for everyday carry, because the wallet will, it leaves room to not show that magazine, and especially on a speed loader, that makes a huge difference, because the speed loader is a big old fat round thing. You put your pocket on top and it brings out that outline. You just see like a wallet there. And there's other reasons why it's good to have it there. It doesn't hurt your back, and if you ever have to show your ID to law enforcement, it's easier to pull it out of that front pocket there. And my keys, I don't worry about my keys. I throw them in my back pocket when I'm walking around, because I'm not sitting on it anyway. And I'm not trying to turn this into an EDC thing, but this is how I will pocket carry. And these are the type of pants that I find to be the best. And one of the first things I like to do when I first get my pants out or put them on is I'll pull the pockets out, and I'll do this, and I'll just pull out the lint if there's any lint in there. You don't want any lint getting in your gun, so I always do that. And then I feel in my pocket, make sure that there's not a rip in it or a hole coming through it where my gun's going to come through my pocket. So I'll put a pocket gun in there. And with these carpenter style pants, there's plenty of concealability. I'll throw, this would be my revolver, I'll throw my speed loader, my wallet in there, that works fine, and then I can put my cell phone in here. I know these are little simple things that sound kind of like, things you wouldn't really have to think about, Especially 7 belt loops versus 5, or a thinner belt than this isn't going to work either. I've tried it. You need the 7 belt loops, you need a thick belt, you need the carpenter pants, and that one little extra pocket there makes a huge difference. And if you're going to go with a store brand cheap stuff for pants, those don't work either. The Dickies, the Wrangler, and if Levi's makes a carpenter pants, which I'm sure they do, that would be good as well. Something like that with 7 loops with that side foam pocket. That makes all the difference in the world, because you need another pocket, because when you pocket carry, you're throwing a gun in a pocket where you normally would have a pocket for something like your keys and whatnot. So you got to think about that. If you can get more pockets, if you can get something where it has another pocket on the other side, that'd be even better, because you could put a speed loader or a magazine in that side as well. So carpenter pants seem to be the ones that have the most extra pockets. But if you just go with just ordinary jeans, straight leg, tight jeans, you're going to have them sucked up against your body. Everything's going to be printing. You only have 2 pockets here and 2 in the back. That's not going to be very comfortable, and you don't have a lot of extra real estate. You put a gun in there, then you got your wallet, your keys, your phone. You might have other things in there, a knife that you need to find a room for, and that 1 or 2 extra pockets on the side here makes all the difference, and that looseness in the carpenter style makes all the difference, and able to not only conceal it, but because it's a little bit looser, it's easy to pull the thing out and draw it. So I would say that overall the best pants you can get are definitely carpenter style. They have everything you need for carrying in the pocket. And like I said, this is very subjective, and I don't mind you get on here and say, I understand what you're saying, but for me this works. And I understand that there are some people that are extraordinarily thin, and they could probably get away with a lot of the stuff that an average size American like me couldn't get away with, because regular straight leg pants on them, and if they're very thin, they could probably very easily conceal a gun in their pocket. But then you still got other stuff you got to carry, so it's good to have those extra pockets. So that pretty much covers what I think is the best. I really do. I think that Wrangler and Dickies, but carpenter style, they have everything that you need. They have the size, the bagginess, the side pockets for pocket carry. And if you go with any other pants that don't have enough pockets, you're going to be sorry, because you're going to wish you had a different method of carrying. And the belt loop thing, yeah, trust me on this. 7 loops. You go with 5 loops, it doesn't hold it appropriately for the weight that you're carrying. It really doesn't. So that's just some of my advice, some stuff that I've learned over the last few years of pocket carrying that's really been relevant to me. More relevant than anything else has been the type of pants you wear. You got to have the big enough size. You got to have enough pockets. So that's my rundown of what pants I think you should be wearing if you're going to pocket carry. So that's just my advice. It's subjective, but it's what I believe to be the best. So as always, like, comment, share. Thanks for watching.